Welcome to the Cosmic Panel, where today me and Elias will be tackling the Werewolf by Night special. Love it. If you love Universal movies, monster movies from OG back in the day, this is for you perfectly.
Yeah. This is a real treat to watch. To get this and Moon Knight in the same year was really awesome.
Yeah,
Those are, I love the Marvel Supernatural corner and I love Moon Knight. So this year's been a real treat for me. And yeah, this was a really fun special. I was super excited to see Man Thing, super excited to see Elsa. It
yeah.
was just a really solid but simple plot, and I think they pulled it off really well.
I really enjoyed Elsa's actress. She was very good. She was very good for an early Elsa who hasn't got a full handle on everything. And I'm
Yeah,
hoping that next time we see her, it's years in the future, and she's still the same age, obviously because of the Bloodstone, but she's way more grizzly and more of the comic Elsa.
yeah,
But I loved Man Thing. Man Thing looked amazing.
yeah.
Wow.
He was awesome.
And I love
Spot
that they
on.
called him Ted.
Yeah, that was really good too.
But what did you
I
think
guess they didn't
about?
want to call him Man Thing, but
Yeah, but what did you think about the overall cinematography from Michael Giacchino of all people? First time directorial debut.
yeah. I was really impressed. I didn't see his name until the credits hit, so I didn't know who was working on the cinematography. But I mean, the shot composition was beautiful. The black and white, I think, was actually a very nice touch.
Yeah, the red
Um,
being the only color to appear until the end. Looks so good.
yeah, like the bloodstone, was the only red thing, and then I think maybe Man Thing's eyes were red at some points
Yeah,
too.
his eyes too.
But that was a really fun choice.
Oh,
At
and
first I was
fire.
like, oh, this is just gonna be.
And the
Oh,
fire
right,
was
yeah,
also red, which was very, very jarring, but in a good way when someone was set on
yeah,
fire.
yeah, that was cool. So I mean, it was a really effective way to give the old horror vibes, but it wasn't forced. Like the black and white was actually like really atmospheric, and they even put some like film grain in there. They put like
Yeah.
the bubbles occasionally, so it was a blast. I was really happy with it. The main actor, I'm gonna forget his name, but the main werewolf actor was really nice.
Yeah, no, he was very good. I loved the way he portrayed the soft and caring character, and then as soon as he became the
Yeah.
werewolf, it was just everything was just brutal.
Yeah, he was great. He was really effective, and I just felt like everyone who was cast had really good faces for horror, if that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
Elsa felt like a very classic, like female face in horror, and Gail Garcia was also really good, and then the stepmother was really good too for a horror face, and she was like really just wicked and terrible.
Yeah, they didn't
Uh,
they didn't try to redeem her in any way, which was
yeah,
I
it
was
just
so
sucked.
happy when she just died. I was like, "Yes."
That was hilarious. Man, thing just come down and just burns her and just chucks her against the
Yeah, it
fucking
was
casket.
I love
It's hilarious.
the little detail that Ted can only touch Jack, which means that
Yeah,
Jack isn't afraid of Ted at all,
right.
which is such
Yeah.
a nice friendship thing. Oh man, it's so
I wish he directly said like those who know fear will beneath the man things touch, but it was shown rather than told.
yeah.
So that was really cool. Yeah.
I'm sure. I feel like this is a great way. TV specials would be a great way to really stretch out the Marvel universe without being like, "Hey, this is directly tied to the Marvel universe," etc., etc. This
Yeah.
could easily be just its own specials. Could be its own mini universe.
Yeah. It's perfect, and we really need more supernatural stuff in the movies. So when we eventually get Blade, hopefully we'll have some more characters introduced too.
Hopefully, he gets a
Um,
boy thing.
yeah, but we had it was half of the original Legion of Monsters in the show already, Man Thing and Werewolf, so that was fun.
Yeah, we won't be getting Morbius. Luckily, I hope not.
Well, at least I don't want Jared Leto Morbius. I'll
Yeah,
take
yeah.
Morbius in any other form.
No, I think that the character is kind of ruined. I don't think anyone's
Yeah, they kind of fucked him. Yeah,
yeah, I don't think anyone is gonna hear Morbius and not think Jared Leto now. It's the connection has been established and made so
yeah,
no
that's a
one no
shame.
one's and people are gonna be like, there's a new Morbius movie, and then they're gonna run out of their theater when they don't see Jared Leto.
Yeah, basically.
But
So
yeah,
whatever.
I mean,
But
I loved it. I love the action scenes. The actions was nice.
Yeah,
Um,
really good fight
the
stuff.
the fucking one hallway where like where the Jack is just killing all the guards was like wild.
Yeah, the gore was really effective too. Yeah, that was their hallway scene. Was when they were in the little corridor and the camera was just like moving in and backing up and there was like blood on the camera and shit and then
Yeah,
yeah, it was good. It was really effective.
and the score. I mean, I'm not surprised that the score was
Oh my
good
God. Yes, I can't forget about that, man.
because like I mean, it's Michael Giacchino. He's known for amazing scores, but man, the scores when the credits rolled, the scores when like little moments like when they're in the catacombs or like during the fight scenes were like worked so well to help establish the atmosphere.
Yeah, the music throughout was honestly amazing. I really loved it.
I think my single favorite moment was when Ted is making coffee for Jack and Jack is coming out of the tent like he had a hangover.
Yeah. That was a
But
good final sequence, good final scene.
yeah, it was a great ending and I mean I this is the first thing since Endgame that has not had a post credit scene, which is kind of
Yeah,
wild, which is very fitting. I mean, it's a special, it's doesn't
yeah.
tie in any major way to anything else.
But
I'm
also, the She-Hulk finale didn't have a post-credit scene. They just had. Oh wait, no, it did. It had the Wong thing.
yeah.
I was gonna say the shows have been more sporadic with where they want to put their end credit things. Like the Wong episode, had the like midway through the season had the funny like Sopranos or whatever ending
Yeah.
post credits. But they've been really kind of pick and choose about where they want to put post credit scenes or if they should have them at all. So
It's kind of wild that they had this right after She-Hulk. Like it's kind of wild that this came out around the same time because
right
there's such
before She-Hulk ended, I thought they were gonna wait.
yeah, same. But honestly, it's honestly a great way for a palate cleanser after She-Hulk, being like,
Mhm.
okay, we're moving away from the sitcom. Here's a taste of something else that we could do. And
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah,
I need more. I need
yeah.
more horror MCU because I mean, Universal monster movies are dead. Let's be honest. Like they've been dead for a while, sadly.
Right.
There's obviously horror movies, but they're not the same as monster movies.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And I mean, Disney being the thing that started superhero movie genre, it would be really really cool if they also brought back the monster movie genre with it. Like it'd be
Yeah,
like a cool revitalization of just having like, oh, you have the MCU superhero corner and then you have the monster corner. I mean, they could easily do like a bunch of side characters from the from the Marvel like pantheon of just supernatural stuff.
yeah. I think it's needed. I think it's definitely needed. It's a whole untapped area.
Who do you think they should do next if they were to do another special?
I need a Ghost Rider special, man. I need a
That would
Ghost
be
Rider
a
special.
Ghost Rider special with like a 50s vibe where he's like just a stuntman. That would be cool. That
Perfect.
that would be actually sick. I do agree with that. That would be a sick one. And I mean, it would be a great like period piece for like the 50s or something like that.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome.
I
Um,
also like that they didn't tell
yeah,
us what time period this was in
yeah, yeah. That was cool too.
because they were like, we're not concerned with that. We're just focused on getting our story across.
Right. I felt like it was modern day, but had classic vibes, but it wasn't important to that location. It was just like a weird mansion
Yeah.
kind of vibe, and yeah, it was great. It was cool.
Also, Ulysses being stuffed was so funny.
Yeah,
And being like,
Ulysses actually showed up to his own funeral. That
yeah,
was
no, and he had like a whole pre-recorded message with bits and stuff. Like,
yeah,
um,
it was good.
what did you think about the werewolf transformation? That was a thing that I think some people talked about that they felt was more man wolf than were man.
Well, what I loved, well, that's if you mean Universal Wolfman,
Like people were saying that he looked more like a
or
man that became part wolf than like part
oh,
like he became hairier instead of becoming more dog
right.
like wolf like.
I don't know about that, but what I can say what I did love about it was that they just showed Elsa's face the whole time,
Yeah,
which is what made it such a classic Universal vibe. Like the Wolfman transformations are almost never shown on screen.
yeah, just the
In the
shadows.
Universal, yeah, in the Universal original, Wolfman stuff. So I think that's awesome that they just threw back to that, and they didn't feel the need to show the transformation. He just sort of had you heard this. The sounds were really good. The sound design was great for that scene,
Yeah, the
and
cracking
the
bones and
shadows,
everything.
yeah, like that shit. Um, but yeah, I was nervous to see how they were gonna do his face, because I feel like werewolves in media are either like full like CGI like wolf
Yeah,
face where they have like a snout and
that's what I
everything,
mean by like man or were man, like where
right?
they have
Or
just like a wolf face.
right, or they just have like hairier features and stuff. And so I think I don't I guess I didn't love the werewolf design, but I thought it was a good classic Universal Monsters style
Yeah,
wolf
it
werewolf.
allowed the actor to emote when he
Yeah,
needed to,
yeah.
which like I loved it with the apparently the makeup thing was like a thing that he included the actor.
Uh, the
Um,
answer for the ancestral makeup.
yeah.
Yeah,
Apparently that was a thing for the actor included, which I think was very
mm.
interesting.
And I
Yeah,
thought it was interesting that they picked a Hispanic actor too, because I guess he was very much referencing his heritage in a lot of ways throughout the special. I felt like, and it's interesting because the I guess Jack Russell is just a white dude in the comics, so this added more layers to it for me.
him Giacchino. I think this is an amazing way to just show that if you're in the industry long enough, you can become a director. And I think Michael Giacchino needs to make more horror films because this was a fucking treat, honestly.
Yeah, it was sick.
In Phase 4, this was easily, easily one of the best projects to come out of this phase.
Definitely. This and Moon Knight kind of up there for me.
Yeah, exactly. I now we only have to wait to see where else Ted and all of them go. I can't wait for us to like jump like 50 years in the future and they're all like the same age and Elsa's like Jack. Like
Yeah.
that would be cool. But yeah, I'm excited. I would love if they did like a period piece, like more period piece styles, like maybe World War II, or maybe
Mm.
like it would be like interesting if they did like I'm trying to think of other period times that would be interesting, like if they delved into like the 80s horror aesthetic, like Nightmare
Mm.
on Elm Street esque horror aesthetic with
Mhm.
like Nightmare or something like that.
Yeah.
Like they could easily have like Nightmare literally be basically like kind of like Freddy Krueger, and basically
Yeah.
Elsa has to like solve the murders, quote unquote.
Yeah. The Marvel Supernatural well is almost completely untapped.
Yeah,
And it's a weird thing to say after there being two Doctor Strange movies, but the second Doctor Strange movie didn't introduce any new mystical characters,
no, it
right?
literally did not introduce anything new. The Darkhold was introduced in WandaVision. Everything before was literally the only thing that they ever introduced was the Sands of Ashanti. That was it,
Yeah.
which nullified powers, which was like just a plot device, so it doesn't even matter.
Yeah.
Bad
Um
movie.
so,
Bad movie
that
be
was,
bad.
that was unfortunate.
Yeah,
But yeah, so but yeah, the well is untapped. So let's get more of it. So
I need
yeah,
me
high
more Reyes.
praise for Werewolf Robbie Reyes we need for sure. And hopefully, right down the road, we'll get a Legion of Monsters team.
That would be sick.
Anything's possible now. I mean, fucking, there's a Morbius movie. There's a Werewolf by Night movie. Like, I never thought that shit would exist.
Yeah, like we were literally
You know?
talking to your dad, and your dad was like, 20 years ago, like if you told me that a Werewolf by Night movie would be a thing, I would have laughed in your face. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. Like this is stuff that we would
Yeah.
have never been pitched before.
So yeah, those are our thoughts on Werewolf by Night. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you guys check it out. It's a treat for any horror enjoyers, any classic horror enjoyers. We've been the comic panel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, support your local comic shop, and read comics.
Peace.
Peace, guys.